Welcome back to LoPeN Racing with the LeMans Race Cars. This week we are at Laguna Seca Raceway, also known as Mazda Raceway, Laguna Seca in Southern California. You can see here we're going into corner 2, which is the Andretti hairpin. This is a very sharp corner, second or third gear corner. Brings us out onto the straight, and here we go down into corner 3. Third gear right-hander under the Cooper Tires bridge to corner 4, and then exiting out onto this straight under the Mother's Bridge, which we should be getting close to top of 5th, bit into 6th, and back down to third gear for this corner 5 left-hander. Coming down this short chute, we should be reaching a good 5th gear into corner 6 and onto the Ray Hall straightaway, named after one famous man, Bobby Ray Hall of IndyCar fame. This brings us up to the corkscrew, 5.5 floors of drop from top of 8 to 8A, continuing down into Wayne Rainey corner, corner 9, then to corner 10, nice third gear, fourth gear right-hander, and on to the final turn 11, second gear left-hander onto the front straight. You will notice that my numbering started at corner 2. Well, corner 1 is nothing more than just a wee little king, so we kind of forget it. Enjoy the racing. It is up next. Now that we have finished the lap, let's get on with the race. Here we are at the start of race 1. Not sure if we'll get to race 2, but off and running we go. Not a bad start, starting mid-pack, through corner 1, still holding my place, coming up alongside of one car, I believe that's Rick, and coming into Andretti hairpin. Doing this in second instead of third. We'll let Pat get past, and there we go, coming up to corner 3 now. Looking, but not going to take the chance here. Going down now into corner 4 under the Cooper Tires bridge. Fourth gear, nice and easy, not losing touch with the field. Looking good so far on this opening lap, letting those tires get warm. Third gear, coasting in, are on the gas, and we're picking up a little bit of time on the guys ahead, but not as much as we need. Corner 6 on to Ray Hall straight for the first time of this short 15-minute race. There goes Pat, he's getting alongside Rick. There's that touch. Oh, Rick's off, Pat's off, and down into the corkscrew. We picked up 2 spots, not because we were good, just because we were lucky. Through the rainy curve, curve 10 here, coming up to the final corner, a little wide there in the dirt. Second gear, and look at this, we're keeping touch with Kurt, Steve, and Ian up there in the top 3 places. First lap is done, and we are kind of losing touch, but not a bad first lap. Let's see what happens here. Coming down third gear through Andretti. Oh, where'd that guy come from? Oh, spinning, off it go again, but if everything looks good, we keep driving. Here we go. We are now behind Ian. Interesting, picked up a spot. Not because we were good, again, because we were lucky and were able to get going faster. Let's just listen to these cars. The wailing V10 of the Judd engine in this lovely little dome we're running here. Here we are coming up to the corkscrew. We're in third place. We have a good run, making some good time. Oh, we spin from third place. We got to get this car turned around quick. Are we losing positions? Oh, yes, we are. Look at us dropping like a stone here. We're back down into, looks like 5th out of this, or 6th out of 8. Not quite last, but from a good run to the back. It happens. This track will bite you if you're not careful, especially through the corkscrew. But we're finishing lap 2. Here we come into the final corner. Let's watch and see what happens here. Oh, a little spin, a little correction, top of the wall, and we're going again.
All right, that was a
This is a big one. And have we lost?
1:37.14.
Yes, we've lost another spot to Mr. Rick. He's a good hard charger, this guy. Usually runs a good, clean, fast race. And through the Andretti hairpin, we're close behind. He gets a bit of a better run, a little bit of tires on the dirt. Corner 3, he's a little wide there. Well, we're following though. He's in the crosshairs. Corner 4, not losing ground, not gaining any on Rick at this point. A little bit faster than our first sector, but not a whole lot. Third gear, corner 5, left-hander. Coming up again under the Mazda Laguna Seca Bridge. Corner 6. Now he's getting a little larger. We're going a little bit bigger in his mirrors too. Let's see what happens. Here comes the infamous corkscrew. Can we make it through? Yes, not too bad. We're good. We're there. Yellow flag. Look up top left. And over on the right, I think that was Pat going off again. Sometimes once these tires get hot, there's nothing you can do but hang on and go for the ride.
All right, that was a 1:23.38.
Through the Andretti hairpin once more. Looks like we're keeping Rick in our sights. Not gaining, not losing. It's a good run. Should be higher up though. Those two little mistakes really cost me. You can see how Mazda Raceway can really bite someone if you're just a little bit off in that dirt. But we're not letting it keep us down. We are still pushing, still going forward, still making time. It's good though. It's good. Rick is a little bit ahead though. No one in our mirrors, no one looming large. So we just have to keep going, keep steady. This is where patience, as well as a little bit of relaxation, really pays off. Because if you're not relaxed, you're going to make mistakes. You can see here we're smoother, a little bit faster than we were the last couple of laps through the corkscrew, through the rainy curve, and into turns 10 and 11 to get onto the front straight. Rick is getting away from us. It's a little bit more distance than I like to see. Oh, there we go, sliding through again. And in our mirrors is Pat. He's going to get a good run.
That was a 1:25.23.
Right, there he goes. And we have now lost another position back into 7th. Last of the actual running cars. Anyways, don't want to hit Pat. Andretti hairpin. Pat gets a good acceleration off of there. We have been having some difficulties with that Cadillac he's driving, but in a well-driven manner, like one Pat uses every race, that car is always a contender. Pat's good. He's been racing for I don't know how many years, more than I can count this time. Through corner 5, up under the Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca Bridge, and corner 6 on to that Ray Hall straight, and we're in the dirt. Hasn't cost us a lot, but it's not going to help us. We just got to keep this car going, keep it nice and easy. Here we're hounding a little bit through corkscrew, but nowhere near enough to make Pat even think of making a mistake. He is just too cool and too well even-headed.
That was a 1:23.59.
following Pat onto the Ray Hall straight again, coming up to the corkscrew. It's actually looking not too bad. We're still there behind him. It's been a few laps and still there. Pat's a little bit more cautious. I'm a little more aggressive. It's probably where I do most of my own damage to myself is that aggression. Still can't seem to turn that down no matter what car I'm racing. Turn 10. Oh, there's the dirt. Followed Pat over onto that. Second gear, turn 11. Little wide, missed that apex. And you can see what that does is Pat motors way down the front straight.
All right,
Here we
that
are.
was a
Under the bridge, through turn
122.90.
one. Use air quotes for that. And again into the Andretti hairpin. Although Pat and I are running fairly close together, we're doing fairly good lap times. You can see that just up ahead, he's just gone through corner 3. That's Rick. So we are closing in on Rick Brownhill as we continue our way through this race. Slowly, 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 we want to get closer. We want that position. Who knows if we're going to get it at this point. We're halfway through, coming up again to the short straight before the corkscrew. You know, looks like Rick is getting closer. Closer and closer and closer. Up into the corkscrew, down the second gear, kind of coasting onto the gas. Here we go. And corner 9, rainy curve. Slowly, but ever so carefully, because this track will bite. There we go, a little bit of dirt again on my part. This track will bite you if you are too aggressive. And I've shown it to you. I went from 3rd and we are running
All right,
last.
that was a 122.23.
Coming up along, trying to get up alongside, but I'm just not quite there yet. Let's see if we can do over under. Wide in, hard out, a little bit earlier on the throttle. Corner 3, we're not quite Pat yet. In fact, looks like Pat had a better run out of that corner, so he's gained a little bit of, a couple of tenths maybe. We're still running, still getting there, but this race is far from over. We are running hard, trying to dial back the aggression level from 11 down to hopefully 9, which is aggressive enough, but still enough to get us wobbly there. Still enough to keep us going and in the hunt. You can see what that little wobble did. We are nowhere near, and oh, into the dirt. Oh, we did hold it. That corkscrew could be the death of us if we are not careful. But you saw that mistake on my part. We have pretty much lost touch with Pat at this point. It's just a little black dot on the horizon. Corner 11, onto the front straight. That's a good line through there. From the looks of it, Pat's catching Rick. But
That
we're
was a
losing touch to Pat. Another lap down. Let's
124.50.
continue watching and see if we can bring this back. What's that over on the left? That was Rick. Looks like Pat forced a mistake out of
All
that
right,
man.
that was a
It's hard to do. Rick is
122.50.
hardly ever makes a mistake. But that brings us up a spot, so we're no longer at the back. take that as a win, especially at this race. Oh, and there's a spin coming out of Andretti hairpin. Looking in the mirrors, Rick's not close, so we got away with that one. Under the Cooper tire bridge, we have no sign of Pat. He is gone. See what the mistake can do and how easily this track will bite. If you get on the gas too early, it's not going to be nice. It's just going to hit you and hit you hard. We can see Rick in the background. Little speck of red. Corner 6. Ooh, I think I hit that red turtle, but we'll see what happens. Car's running pretty well. Into the corkscrew once more. Nice line through there. See us pick up the throttle pretty quick on 8A. And nice constant throttle through 9 on the gas. Here we go. Ooh, touch of 5th gear. Back to 4th through 10. Accelerate down the short chute. Hard on the brakes. 2nd gear. Perfectly timed. Nice line through 11. We are still going to push. We have to.
That was
This
a
race is not over.
1:25.95.
We are closing in on the end, but we have a long way to go. Mistakes can still happen. Andretti hairpin once more. 1, 2, picking up the throttle early. That was good. This could be a decent lap if we can hold it together. Corner 3, perfect. On the throttle. Here we go. Now we're cooking. Corner 4. Nice. Oh, right to the edge, but not on the dirt. That's how you take that corner. And now corner 5, down to 3rd. Again, perfectly lined up. Hit that apex. You can see as we settle down, the line starts coming back to us. We start getting a little bit faster. That's a bit of a miss there. A little too far wide. Hasn't slowed us down. Coming up to the corkscrew. A little wide. That's nice though. Doesn't hurt us, and we continue on our way.
All right, that was a 1:22.04.
It's at times like this that I feel very alone on track. No one ahead of me that I can see, no one behind me that I can see. If I can't see them, they're just specks, a little dot. Something to look for, something to aim at. Trying to catch. Still, it is very lonely. All you hear is the thrum of your engine, the acceleration, the gears, and it's a matter of keeping that focus so that as you're driving around lap after lap, you don't make a mistake. It's the mistakes, as you've seen in this race, that really have put me in the back here. And as long as I fight, see there's another one, that turn 10 seems to get me a lot. Oh, and there we go, a little spin in turn 11, just on the gas far too early, and it spun it around. It's a good thing I have that gap back to the 8th place guy, Rick. And
All right, that was a 1:28.10.
Oh, looking over at the top right, we see that Pat has actually picked up a spot. So the person ahead of me now is Steve. And spins and mistakes will not let me catch Steve. But this being a race, and they always say it's not over till the lady sings. I don't hear singing yet, so this race goes on. One more lap, one more time under the Mother's Bridge, through corner 5, up this little straight to corner 6, where we head back on to the Ray Hall Straight and into that famous or infamous, depending on how you look at it, corkscrew corner. And through Through the corkscrew we go, coming into corner 9, which again, named after that very famous motorcycle racer, Wayne Rainey. We are alone, as it says. And here we go. Corner 11, onto the front straight. Don't even see a dot ahead of me. Look right up top there, we see our mirrors.
All right,
No
that
one
was
is
a
behind us.
122.95.
It's a lonely world we race in here today, but we keep on going. Once more through the Andretti hairpin. Down the short chute to corner 3. Fast right-hander. Not too bad through there. Coming down to corner 4. 4th gear. Oh, that's perfect. Very nice. Maybe not as perfect as I thought. We're a little bit on the dirt. Not slowing us down much. 3rd gear, corner 5. Through the corner again. And up we go. Traveling at the speed, well, as much speed as this car can give us. And as little mistakes as I can make. But again, Laguna Seca is not for the faint of heart. Not for one to make mistakes. The more mistakes you make, the farther back you fall. But therein lies the decisions we all have to make. When you're racing, how hard do you grow? How hard do you try? Do you try harder? If you try too hard, the mistakes keep happening. If you don't try hard enough, you lose ground because you're not pushing. It's a fine line that people have to run here. And
all right, that was a
that fine line is what we will run.
122.77.
If you take a look, we have now made a 1 minute 22.0 second lap. That is the fastest lap I have done around this track in this car ever. So there is something to be said about riding that fine line, keeping that momentum, keeping that focus, and trying your best to keep the car on the straight and narrow. I think all we can do at this point is watch and see what happens as the race draws closer to the end. We're getting close to it now, I believe. If we take a look up, we are actually on the final lap. So, with that, I will bid you all adieu as we watch the car go through the corkscrew one more time. Hope you enjoyed it. Oh, what a spin. Why are we spinning on the last lap? That is where the focus says, I don't want to be here anymore. So we'll just slowly go through there, look in the mirror. That has let Rick get right up behind us. He's right there in the mirror. The red dot that wasn't there is now there. Quarter 10, coming down, corner 11, 2nd gear. Don't want to mess up now. We'll lose whatever positions we have, but we don't. We continue going. We are through and across the line.